is going on, my beautiful Scorpios? This is your girl, Venus Archangel, here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that's totally fine, because I do offer personal readings for everybody that that personally wants them. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and get started with your love lives. I want to say thank you so much, guys, for all the love and support that y'all been giving me lately. I truly greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are doing okay, especially with this Leo lunar eclipse today. I didn't get a chance to ask everybody else that are going to be seeing this on a lunar eclipse, because I kind of did it early and I omitted that. But you know, you're going to be living the entire effects of it the entire week. So I'm like, how was the lunar eclipse after a week? Probably wanted to kind of do that. Also, I decided to do these weekly, the soulmate investigation readings weekly, because I find that people love these more than the other style reading, which was pretty much like a converted or a modified Celtic cross for the YouTube channel. Okay, so because I do Celtic crosses on my when I do personal readings in my personally. I don't necessarily have it as an option, but I do Celtic crosses. But yes, that said, let's go ahead and see what you guys got going on here. What is going on here? This card just kind of slid off to the side like, surprise. Retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. Okay, family. Oh. And wedding and make the effort are like 2 extra cards here. Alright. Alright, y'all. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot portion of this reading has to say. I kind of already shuffled these, so I'm just giving this a light shuffle before we really get started. Okay. Alright, so the first cards I just pulled indicate the mindset that both parties are going into this relationship with. Okay. The second portion is what is the body, which represents pretty much how everyone is being perceived, how they perceive the other, how the person perceives themselves, as well as others in the how others perceive them in the relationship, right? And then the bottom is pretty much gives us the synopsis or a Snapchat as to why everyone is thinking the way they do with this relationship, as well as presenting themselves the way they do. Now the card in the very center, this indicates here this indicates what brought you two together, and this is the challenges that you both face. Not bad indeed. I like your underlying energy, Knight of Pentacles. I know what you're thinking. This is possibly about long-term commitment. Somebody may be coming in with an offer of love, offer of something that may last longer than you realize, right? That's very, very long, right? So there may be some slow pace energy here, though, because I'm getting the fact that there, other than there being like some sort of offer of long-term commitment or something of great value, either to you or from the other person, or how this person views this offer that they're trying to extend to you, or you extending to them. I feel like there's a lot of slowness, a lot of slow build-ups, a lot of slow, progressive movement here. Movement is the key. And I feel like even though it's snail mail, it still does the job. It still gets things done. And it honestly works to cement and really create good foundations. Now, the whole thing here looks like it's about foundation. You got 2 cards in here that really do indicate to me that there may be a marriage on the line. Somebody may be getting ready to get married, because even though this is a card for retreat, like pretty much talking about a vacation at this point, I do feel like that there is potential for growth, of great growth, in the sense of like putting in time and, you know, and really, you know, some seriously dedicated effort towards the development of the relationship, of the development of this, you know, of your love life, or of your workplace. But I feel like this soulmate, remember, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be your lover, it could be your, you know, it could be a coworker. It could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be whoever, right? I do feel like this person is pretty much ready to stabilize. Now, coming at this from this person's approach, typically I read this by, you know, by as you, Scorpio, by default, but please feel free to go ahead to the other side if it doesn't resonate with you at all. So, with the Hermit coming up here in the person's mindset, they're going in and they're already like unplugged from the situation. I think that this relationship isn't like overbearing, but they're looking within themselves to, I feel like, to have the courage that they need to do to take the steps ahead, take the steps forward. This is not like a discouraging kind of message, like, or like a message of someone being discouraged. This is more of someone trying to pretty much find what they need to find within themselves to take the steps forward, like I said. And it's all about confidence. It's all about, you know, going the distance, taking that effort, going forward. Remember, what did we just see underneath those cards, right? We saw wedding, we saw wedding, and we saw make the effort. Somebody here is trying to amp themselves up to make the effort to offer them some sort of commitment, some sort of, maybe something legally binding or something binding them to the other person. It doesn't have to be marriage. It could be that someone is looking to fully and 100% commit to themselves to the other person. And I feel like they're trying to find the confidence in themselves to really back that up for themselves. Not for the other person, but to truly stand by and really believe that in themselves, right? To really go ahead and just have that be their their foundation, their moral makeup, if that makes sense. They're taking some time out right now. This actually relationship, I think, is inspiring them to take bigger steps in life, to go ahead and, yes, conclude things that may not bring them happiness, and allow forgiveness to kind of set them free, but also to involve themselves in a situation where there is there's a union of balance, union, okay? Because justice isn't just separation, like it's, like how, some people will read this as a divorce. This can also indicate a union. Now, at the same time, this could be a separation here at the same time. It doesn't have to be, though. There's a million ways for this to be read. So two ways I'm seeing this prominently is that there is a separation as someone's having to find the courage to do what they need to do for themselves, right? Because it could be hard if they've been if they've been in a relationship for a long time. Their whole makeup of everything that they've done has been in the efforts for the in the benefit of the relationship. So now this person having to do what's right for them. And again, this is the same message for the person that may be offering something of great value, that may be offering a long-term commitment, that may be offering marriage, that may be looking to partner up with you, or you them. They're having to find within themselves what they need to be strong. Now, the other person here is got the World. So how they see this relationship is a successful completion. They see happiness. They see, they see really, really good potential here with this relationship. As a matter of fact, they see this as a kind of a wonderful introduction, or the wonderful ending to a cycle, as well as introduction, if that makes sense, because they're transitioning. This is a transition period. I feel like they understand that there's a lot of changes that are happening, and that ultimately all they have to do is pretty much ride that wave, because this is a beautiful connection. This is a beautiful relationship. Now, at the same time, this could also indicate, again, that this situation may be a closing of a situation. How this person sees this is like this is a chapter closing. For this person, this is a door that's closing, and they're opening themselves up to a new life that's full of possibilities, full of new experiences, and plenty of new opportunities. Okay? So I do feel like this kind of can go both ways. If this is somebody that's separating, or this is something this is a union in itself. Because what do we know about divorces? They take fucking forever. Now, like, you know, they take forever to get finalized because there's so much paperwork on this processing, and you got to go through. You know, if you hopefully didn't have to you know, deal with a lawyer and all that goodness, but. You know, it's just, it drags the hell on, but there's a process, a reason for this, because there's something that you know, that has to be developed within yourself as you go through that you'll need after you're on your own. So, not to say that everybody needs to go through that process of kind of, you know, going down that long stretch of road of divorce, but I am saying here that everything happens for a reason, and I feel like it's always to build up confidence, especially since what brought you two together is the Magician, which is the card for confidence, is because this person is aware of their abilities and aware of their capability to master, you know, whatever they want to master. They're able to, you know, execute things, you know, based off of whatever they want to execute, right? It's truly believing in yourself. And the only way for the magician to conduct magic is to know that he can do it. And you have to know that you can do it. And I feel like this understanding of who you are and and this ability to manifest kind of energy, not necessarily like you snapping your fingers or something comes out, but more of like you're just aware of your capabilities and what you're able to do to make something happen in your life. You are the conductor of the lightning right now. So, and I feel like that's what brought you two together. Your confidence in yourself. And now, the challenge, yes, is a brand new beginning, starting over. I think this is about a new beginning for some of you guys that are going back to exes or have an ex come back into your life, which is probably why this person does need a little more strength. You know, needs to be brave. Have confidence and see this situation from a optimistic point of view and with a prosperous point of view, rather than a defeatist point of view. I feel like that's what they're kind of going in for. But I feel like ultimately there is a unity in this kind of connection, as well as, you know, there can be a separation, right? Now, because this person is seeing this relationship as a wonderful conclusion, or a conclusion that's necessary for there to be a new beginning, they also have in the heart, well, in the heart, not in the heart, excuse me, how they're, you know, being, not how they're being perceived, well, yeah, how they're being perceived, the body area, the physical plane, you know how I do. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. All right, y'all. Does that say commitment or what? This says stability. This talks about, you know, not just independence, but also, you know, patience. I feel like the biggest thing here is patience, because honestly, I think this person understands too that the situation is slow and they're going to need to apply patience, because they're working on putting quality in the foundation too. They're like, we're not going to be using no cheap ass cement. We're going to be using the right cement. We're going to be using that cement that's going to be staying, not going to be peeling, not going to be bubbling up when it starts to rain, or when it starts to crack when it snows. We're going to have this good cement that's going to stay here, and it's going to actually, you know, it's going to, you know, mean something. It has great value. This person here is working hard just as much to really put in a solid, you know, commitment into this relationship. I feel like this person's committed. I feel like this person's honestly already married, if that makes sense. Even though the Queen of Pentacles shows her independence, right? She don't need nobody. She's working diligently. She's you know, she's a diligent worker. She's concentrated. She's organized. She's focused. And she's slow too. So I feel like this person is working along with the slow energy, because this person is really trying their best to completely, you know, like really put in the hard work needed to build a healthy relationship. And like I was saying before, with this person kind of already feeling the union, I feel like they're kind of going through and healing a lot of things too. This person's whole side is major arcana, by the way. You know, this is whole major arcana, and this person is almost whole major arcana too. But the Queen of Pentacles here is like the humanistic element, right? They're focusing on their career. They're focused on putting in savings, and, you know, growing their life, growing their business, growing everything in the way that will definitely set them for a good period in their life, right? To set them forward, just to launch them ahead. And this person here, I feel like is definitely, you know, weighing the pros and cons of their situation, you know, showing to be the balancing force of it. In a way, I kind of get this feeling this person is a wonderful kind of middleman in a sense. Not in the sense like this person doesn't mean anything or has any position. Like this person does a lot of the other things that this person may not be able to do. They have a balance. And it's interesting because, you know, typically how I read this is like, oh, when justice comes up, there is no balance. But I kind of feel like this person is assessing what needs to be balanced in their life as well as, and you know, for the relationship, and then of course going within to assess what needs to be done so they can do what they need to do. But of course, all of this has to come back to confidence because they have to believe that they could do this very thing. They have to believe that they have a power to you know, offset the scales if they're already kind of, you know, if they're not even, if not, you know, equal. Now, coming down to, you know, pretty much understanding the other person, we already know that where they're coming from is from a place of, you know, trying to gather strength, trying to remain, you know, focused and continue to push through and, you know, find the, you know, what they need to find what they need to find, you know, to get strength. They are pushing through, they're staying strong, they're remaining vigilant in their efforts to build this relationship in the way that they believe it should be, and the way that they believe that, you know, that they want, right? So this is someone having to literally tame the beast at this moment. But honestly, I feel like it's understanding the beast that what this person is doing, not necessarily taming the beast or holding it back. I know it's like our immediate instincts would be like to flee or to freak out or to be like, oh my gosh, what the heck. But I feel like this person is trying to remain strong, and they want the strength and the confidence and the full control of themselves as they process, as they move forward, as they go forth. Because I feel like there's a bit of antsy energy here too. I think this person is ready to commit, but a part of them is hesitant too. But the other person here has a Hierophant, and I like this here. This person's already, like I said, this person's very much committed. They're changing a lot of their own standpoints though, because of course I feel like they have a new tradition, they have a new way of life, they have a new pattern, a new routine, and this is shaping their world right now, so that way they can begin their new path, ready and set to go. Right? It's a slow start, of course, but this thing is now, it's all about doing it now. It's not necessarily about, you know, oh, you gotta change this or you gotta change that. Because ultimately, everything is just gonna get even more heightened, more intense, and more like, oh my God, is this happening kind of deal. You know, getting more amped up, and more anticipation is gonna build because no one's taking action right now. Or there isn't action necessarily being taken where it can be taken. I feel like, right, at any moment somebody could just pop off and get this whole situation started, because the magician makes shit happen. And you guys are people of creation, right? You guys are the people that make this shit happen. You all are awesome. You guys are able to create the beautiful things that are in your life right now. So right now, even though there's slow progress, I feel like there's an action that needs to be taken to kind of get this situation started. And I know this person is separate, or this person's like off doing their own thing, but I feel like when they come back with what they need here, or if this person is ready to kickstart this new beginning, we're gonna have something to deal with next week. All right. So the whole situation this week is about who's going to start it off first. And don't do that whole thing like, oh, I'm going to wait for the other person. No, if you feel led to do it, do it. You know what I mean? Don't be waiting on nobody else. This is not a waiting game. It's not about waiting for the other person, or like waiting for the other person to say it because you just believe in gender roles. Like, who cares? I know my friend Sagittarius actually got proposed to. Okay, he's a male, all right? You know, he identifies as a male, and his girlfriend proposed to him, okay? So, yeah. So, that's how you know. That's how you know. It doesn't matter who does it first. It don't matter. It's all about how you feel. It's the passion. It's that raw energy, right? It's that raw energy. So, yeah, I totally feel like don't let anything keep you guys back. This is the strength card that's coming up here. If this is what's holding you back right now, honestly, I'm taking back what my whole thing was. Like, maybe you're having to be strong right now. Maybe you're holding back. You want to panic. Nah, let that passion out if that's what it is. Go for it. If this person is ready to go, go for it. Nobody's stopping you. All right, I'm amped up. I'm really excited for this reading. I'm so happy. I need to chill out. Clean it up. Okay. All right. That's talking about making space. Very Scorpionic energy. But I like this card too because it does talk about, you know, obviously making space for a new beginning. Because right now, closing the chapter up here, getting ready, you know, getting prepared for something new. But this is also for making, you know, like I said, making space is also forgiveness, letting go of attachments, releasing resentments and on grudges. You know, they're making space for the new world that they're trying to introduce, right? They're cleaning the house for the new guests to come in to stay for a little while, right? They're cleaning the house so that way you're able to live in a beautiful, clean environment, you know. Think of it as a brand new car. You wouldn't want to just jump in and buy a car that's disgusting. You would take that crap to the shop, have it cleaned up, then it'll be like see, I used to be a car saleswoman, and the thing that they used to do at the dealership that I thought that was really cool was that they would take the car, right? You would test drive it. It would be disgusting in the inside, but it not clean, right? And you test it, you see how it is, you love it, right? It's your baby now. You buy it, so they'll take it in the back, they'll clean it really good for you, and they give it to you, right? So you have all the junk from the the other person. You have all the the dust and the grime and the smears from the people that have test driven it and dished it away because they didn't like it. They have had all that cleaned out, beautiful, sparkling clean, and you have that new car smell. And this is the situation I'm seeing here. You're going to have you're making that new car smell in your life right now. A lot of you guys are cleaning that area up so you can have a new car smell for your own life, for your happiness, for your love of your life. Continue to do that, family. Continue to clean that up. Continue to make space. Continue to kick out the dust bunnies so you can go ahead and start this new beginning together. I feel like in any moment, even though this is a time of retreat, I think y'all have, you guys are in this beautiful place of, love and zen and peace and just enjoying each other. But y'all gonna have to, someone's gonna kick off this week. I don't know who. It's a toss up. I don't know. What is it saying? What the tortoise says, with the tortoise and the hare. What does he say? Is it, hang on, is it, slow and steady wins the race? Who knows, right? We'll see who does the bidding here, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Actually, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for this reading. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time with me, and I really appreciate all the love and support that you've been giving me through likes, through comments, subscribing, and through sharing these videos. And I also want to take this time out now to have to bless all of you guys in your new solar, your solar path, and truly yes, making space, clearing things up, because what does the full moon do, right? It release, you have to release, right? It's the ending of the cycle. New moons is when you start giving birth to things. So whatever you release is only to make space for something greater come the new moon, all right? Now, I love y'all. Take care, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, family.